in really good stroke there. He's in front again, 3-2.
Yes, Higgins at second century of the championship, 500th in total of his career. That's some milestone, isn't it? Into frame 6 we go now, and it's Higgins 5 points in front.
Straight then. You've got a job trapping this fella.
Having said that, the red he played was just kissed another one, and it could be cut into the right middle here. The one thing when you're playing this shot, just concentrate on the pot. Okay, you think you might run into the brown or you might not be on a colour, but don't miss the red. Well, I said he may run into the brown, but at least he concentrated on the pot. You couldn't, being so close to the cushion, you don't have much control of the cue ball. But at least if you pot the red, he'd have been unlucky to going off. And as it happens, flicking the brown like he's done, I think he's got a slight angle, so it's worked out okay. But I see so many players just thinking about what's going to happen with the cue ball and just take their eye off the pot.
Let me tell you, by the way, he's just absolutely pured that brown. That wasn't a gimme. He hit that so well. And to get the angle out of that, John, and to get where he's finished, he really did hit that beautifully.
Clean pot.
Six.
I assume that the pink spot is not available, and it will go on the black spot. The reason I say that, because otherwise why wouldn't he play for the black?
Yes, it goes on there, and this is a chance and a half. Little stunt shot, black pots in the top left hand corner. Wow, this is a great chance. You'd put those reds up like you would in a practice session.
Yep. Looks to have come very straight on this black, which is not ideal, but it's okay if he can just roll through and play for a red to the opposite corner. Which obviously he could.
Yes, one next to the pink would be the ball Stephen would like to get out the way. Opens up the pink for both pockets then. Yes, the black is a useful ball here. Little screw back. Two reds at the bottom of the four that's in a curve.
Wouldn't it be great though if both these players played at the top of the form, you know, and
28.
What a match we'd have, and every chance that could happen. I know at the start of the match
29.
Had him 1-3 John Higgins, 9-4 Stephen Hendry, but that's just based on what's happened over the last few years. But if Stephen Hendry was to produce his best game, I think the odds would be a lot closer than that.
Yes, he's slightly lost the cue ball there. I mean, obviously you'd still fancy Stephen knocking this in, but I'd like to have been a little closer to these. Didn't really want to have to play the cannon there.
37.
It helped though, didn't it, that the red was straight. And we just had to pot the red to finish perfect on the pink.
So I was just speaking to his coach Chris Henry in the corridor just before we came back out for this second session, and I said, well done, you've done a good job with your man. 44. He's found the middle of the white again, and he went, he certainly has. They've been working very hard, and he's certainly cueing as well as I've seen him for a while. And in amongst the pink and blacks, well, it's pretty much exemplary.
50.
I think another thing that Stephen was so used to winning, wasn't he, and coming out and playing well, and then when you're not getting the results, it's sometimes very hard to swallow. But just get the feeling, talking to him, and as we have a little joke backstage in the Champions Lounge, that he's a bit more relaxed about it now, and that will take the pressure off him.
Yeah, and I think the other thing, John, is he's playing well, but he's playing well in a venue that he loves and has done so well here. You know, it's all well and good, all the smaller tournaments that you play in, but when you've been as successful as Stephen, there's nothing like coming back out at the Crucible. You know, the cubicles are all well and good and they serve a purpose, but this is the place you want to play.
Yeah, this is a test of your mettle. As you say, in those cubicles, there's very few people watching. Well, is this a mistake?
65.
Oh, what's a mistake? 60 points in front, 67 remaining. I mean, he's gone into that cue ball too much. He played for the red below the black. This is tricky. But it's in. It's in, and he's on the pink. Boy, his heart would have skipped a beat then, because this red only struggled in. But the pink now puts him 67 points in front with just 59 remaining. A little bit of a scare there.
73.
And it's certainly very enjoyable stuff. Frame 2, 11 minutes. Frame 3, 11 minutes. Frame 4, 13. Frame 5, 10. And this is just 11 as we stand, so it's good stuff, John.
Yeah, excellent. And what everybody was 79. Hoping for, we didn't want either player to be off form, and they're both settled in now.
80.
John Higgins made his 500th career century in the last frame. If Stephen could manage the century here, it would be his 775th
86
career century. Remarkable scoring. Ooh,
87.
Another one that knocked 3 times, but knew the password.
Yes, there were new cloths on these tables yesterday, which makes a difference. Quite a few of these balls that are 93. Dropping in might not in a few days' time, but at the moment with the new cloth, they slide.
Well, another one where he's not got a century, and you can see how annoyed he is, but he'll be pleased to get that frame on the board. He nearly slipped away when he ran out of position at a vital time, but a good recovery, and we're now